And why when y'all go through in the phone, y'all be crying saying, he's talking to girls that don't look nothing like me? Have you ever thought, and let me hold your sticky ass when I say this, it's his type. Quit being, don't be dense.
I just got off a 16-hour shift, but I had to say it. Am I the only single woman out there who is excited for this 4B movement? You guys are divorcing your husbands? I'm single. I've been trying to find a husband. But that being said, thank you for broadening my dating pool. I have to wake up and work another 16-hour shift tomorrow because as a woman, I have rights to work, among many other rights in this country.
They think they really doing themselves and the world a favor by divorcing these men. Some of these dudes are good guys, but because you all in your feelings, you're going to let somebody that was helping you live your life go. And that's going to make your life, like some of these women have been saying, more miserable. And somebody else is going to pick them up and be like, shoot, I have no idea why she let you go. Me neither. Some about some dumb movement. Yeah, I don't know what it's about, but let's be happy together. And you're going to come back in a few years and see that he's moved on, got somebody that he's thriving with. Oh man, they got kids in the family. Why wouldn't he give it to me? Idiot, because you left him.
Good night.
If anyone wants to say that men aren't dramatic, I need you to see this. I come back to my desk after using the restroom and I see this. My husband's name, RIP, the year of his birth, and then today's date. It reads, Dear Diary, 7:05 a.m. My wife promised me breakfast at 7:03 a.m. Starting to get worried. 7:12 a.m. Breakfast now seems like a fleeting and wishful thought. 7:21 a.m. I grow weary and dizzy by the minute. 7:26 a.m. This will likely be my last entry as I can no longer hold a pen due to my lack of strength from being malnourished. He's had access to the kitchen this whole time.
I fear the most frustrating thing about being a woman is the fact when I'm walking on the street, the average eye is looking at me being like, oh, she's wearing a sweat set. Okay. The trained eye is like, oh my God, she's wearing a matching aloe set.
If that's the hardest part of being a woman, I would say you've got it made. If the hardest part about being a woman is that you're in a $400 sweatsuit with $150 shoes and probably $200 sunglasses, I might have to think about changing teams. You think you're making a fashion statement by wearing designer sweats. Really? You're not making a fashion statement. You're doing what everyone else is doing. Making a fashion statement would be me going to Walmart last night in my cowboy boots and my sleep shorts and a cut-off Iron Maiden t-shirt. Now that's a fashion statement. Really, the truth of the matter is that you're mad that people don't notice that you spent a lot of money on really basic clothes. The truth is, most people don't notice you at all. Most of us, high majority of us, are just trying to get to the end of the day where we can lay down in our bed and close our eyes and thank God that it's over, just to wake up and do it again tomorrow. I promise you, people don't think about you nearly as much as you think they do.
I just received a photo of the photographic variety, and out loud I went, what am I supposed to do with that? Sometimes more is too much. More isn't necessarily more. Sometimes more is like, that's plenty. In fact, it's excess, right? Realistically, think about this realistically. What do you want me to do with that? There's a lot of you, and congrats, right? Like, I'm sure that's so exciting for you. For me, however, I'm frightened. I literally went, realistically, right? Like, it's fun in theory. But then realistically, it's like, ow, I can't, what am I supposed, how, huh? I can't do all of that. I can do a lot. But that's frightening. Put that thing away. Put that thing back where it came from, or
you know, I don't know why this has to be on the internet. I really don't. Other than like a low-key brag. Also, if you're insecure and you can't handle a baddie, then just say that.
help me.
There's one guy that was too nice for me. And like it was the wrong place, wrong time. It was one of those, you know what I mean? That I wasn't in the state of mind to receive.
So when he was too nice, what did you do?
I guess shut him down. You know what I mean? Like I just shut him down. Because it made me, my issue was, the more like you give to me, the more I feel like I owe you something. So when a person is so giving and I'm not ready to receive it, it makes me feel emotionally responsible for them. You know what I mean? Because they're doing XYZ for me, I have to be doing this. You know what I mean? And I have to be giving them that. And sometimes people just give to give. It's not a game of like give and take. But I find it really hard to not give back if someone is giving me something, you know? And because I was in a place where I couldn't give, but I was receiving, I felt almost sorry for the guy. You know what I mean? And then I felt emotionally responsible because he deserved better, but I couldn't give him better. You get me?
But do you think he deserves better?
I think he did deserve better for how nice he was.
Like, for me, this whole nice thing,
Nice is, I'll break down the nice. A lot of quality time when he doesn't have a lot of time. A lot of resources put on me. A lot of protection and attention. Remembering every single thing from like the smallest of details, which is a huge thing for me because
that's beautiful.
I tend to think guys don't remember anything. Like they just don't listen. Guys are so forgetful. So he actually ticked every single box, just didn't feel right. But and also he's a bit too controlling too soon. But everything else he ticked.
Interesting. Can you believe that? The man was perfect. But then you try to throw a shot at him. Oh, he was a bit too controlling. Really? That's it? That's what you can come up with at the end of the video? At the end of the soundbite is also he was a bit too controlling. It just didn't feel right. It didn't feel right. Maybe because he was holding you accountable for what you should have been doing. Oh man, I just couldn't give back. These women these modern women, they be in their own fantasy world. They be in their own movie, just making up their own storylines, just making up their own plot. And the dude really there, right sitting in front of her, is just listening to her whole movie. That's really it. He was doing me well. He was ticking all the boxes. Oh, by the way, he was a little bit controlling. And so the girls will come back in and say, oh man, that'll do it every single time. That's why it wasn't right. See, these guys come up here and love. Shut up. He probably wasn't doing none of that. This guy that you're describing as perfect probably set boundaries for you. He set boundaries. If you go down the line and you say he was protective, he was giving me quality time when he didn't have a lot, he was giving me resources, he was giving me all of these things. He was perfect. It was just wasn't the right time. When is ever the right time for perfection? I mean, my God, I wish somebody would in the Super Bowl run a streak. The DB falls down as soon as the DB don't bump you, the DB don't jam, nothing. Safety comes down into the box and blitzes. It's just you and the DB on an island, you in the corner on an island. He slips and falls at the line. There's nobody back there. The other safety is on the other side, preoccupied with the man. Literally nobody. The quarterback throws an absolute dart, an absolute dime. You all by yourself on the 5-yard line. And here comes the ball. You just staring up at it, almost like a punt return. And you say to yourself, you know, the circumstances are perfect. The opportunity is perfect. We in the Super Bowl. I got about 10 receptions. This going to be my 11th one. I got 3 touchdowns. This going to be my 4th. I got about 250 yards. This going to give me about 255, 256. I'm going to be the Super Bowl MVP. My contract says if I make Super Bowl MVP, Pro Bowl, I get an extra $40 million guaranteed this year coming up in the offseason. I'm about to sign a contract with guaranteed money for about 500 mil, 600 mil. But you know what? I'm thinking it's not the right time. I'm thinking, even though everything is perfect, it just ain't it. It just ain't it. You know, every situation is perfect. It ticks all the boxes. I'm going to get all the accolades in addition to my contract. I'm going to get sponsorships by Nike. Nike want me. Under Armour want me. Adidas, Reebok, all of them want me. And oh, by the way, they said they going to split me so I can sign a contract with all of them and get even more money from all of them. And they say I can wear all they brands in the same commercial at the same time. It's going to clash, but they don't care. They just want a piece of what I got going on. But you know, because I heard somebody in the crowd say that the 49ers suck. Say that my shoes is the wrong color. I'm not going to catch this ball. I'm not going to catch it at all. I'm going to ruin it. And then I'm going to come up here to the reporters after the game, my coaches, my family, my friends. And I'm going to say, you know, it just wasn't, I wasn't ready for it. You know, perfect time. I just wasn't for me. Not at the time, maybe later. You fans deserve better. The team deserves better. They don't deserve somebody like me catching it and scoring walk-off touchdown, 5 seconds left in the Super Bowl. They don't deserve that. How dumb do you sound?
All these women like, divorce your husbands, we're squaring off men. Who's we? I kissed a lot of frogs to get to that man, okay? I want to go and do that, that's fine, go and do that. You look stupid as hell. This man thinks that I'm the only woman in the world. No other women exist. He gave me the privilege to stay home with my kids. Because even though that's hard sometimes to just be at home with kids all day, that's a privilege. He is the main provider of our household, but he asked me when he can spend money. He says things like, we get paid on Tuesday. He literally thinks I am God's gift to this earth. I gotta tell you, I'm a pretty strong personality, and that man puts me right in my feminine energy, and no man has ever been able to do that. No, I'm not going to shave my head. By the way, I think it's like really insensitive to people who are like going through chemo or have other medical diagnoses that make them lose their hair. I'm not going to leave my husband. Like, I'm sitting here in this country where you have the most rights out of literally any women in the world. It's saying that you don't have any rights anymore and they're getting taken away. What?
Did you know a majority of the people that are going to be in hell are women? Child. Apparently we have an ingratitude problem, you know, because our husbands are supposed to be the ones who do everything for us. But the moment they don't make us happy, we just act like nothing that they've done up until that point has been good. Thank you for letting me know what not to do, because I'm going to be one of the people in hell with God's will.
No, because imagine hundreds of men in my comment section calling me a 304. And me not knowing what a 304 was, thinking they were mixing up my area code, and me replying, I'm a 216.
Yeah. I think I'm going to go. I think I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Y'all take it easy. Y'all have a good day.